Holy nutsack on toast. It is cold outside. I cannot feel my hands. Like, it's just freezing fucking cold outside. I cannot tell you. Anyway, readathon wise, doing really good. Okay, I've already knocked out 5 prompts. I only have 4 left. And I have, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks-ish to get the rest done. And I'm not worried about this. I think I'm on track. The next thing, so I finished Moonraker yesterday with Bear. It was okay. Wasn't bad. I'm now moving on to the prompt that's like a book with a puzzle or like a hidden object or something. I don't know if the book that I picked actually meets this prompt, but I feel like it's close enough. I feel like somebody somewhere told me it's to do with a puzzle, but I don't really know. It's this one. Anthony Horowitz, Magpie Murders. I think, basically, because I don't know anything about the book, I feel like it should be something like a manuscript or a book or something, and the character in the book has to read the book or manuscript and find clues in it to solving a murder, I think. I don't really know. Anyway, we'll see today. I'm going to start that today. I'll let you know. Okay, so I've got a pretty good start in this book here, which is it's pretty good, isn't it? Like, I'm not sure about it, to be honest. There's a lot of characters, which I guess for like a murder whodunit, that sort of thing, you've got to have a load of characters in to like give you, you know, a selection of people who it could have been. But generally, like, I'm really into characters. I like to get really in with them and really comfortable with them and like know a lot about them. So when there's loads of characters, it sort of like dilutes that a bit. I'm not really into it. And also, I don't like to have to like keep a bunch of people like straight in my mind, like their relationships to each other and their names and their professions and like things they've done in the book before and blah blah blah. Like, if it's too much to sort of keep straight, like I lose interest, you know. But so far I'm not hating it despite that, you know. I'm not sure I understand what's going on with part of it being a book within a book and then another part not being a book within a book. Like, maybe it will make itself more clear. At the minute, I'm slightly confused. But yeah, I'm not hating this. It's readable. The author writes pretty well, you know, so we'll see. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna turn on my Headspace app and take a fucking nap. And it's gonna be brilliant. Like, tonight, I'm going out, like with mates, like for drinks and stuff, for the first time since coming back from Seattle. Like, last weekend, I couldn't face it. I said to my mates, I was like, babes, I can't face it. But now, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to rejoin the world and see people. But first, I need a nap.
Get the dukes up, champ.
Look out now, Freddie. Stronger than you are, you know. I just came up to see how my washing machine was doing. You mean my washing machine. Oh.
Okay, today I have to go outside. A girl needs breads, corn slices, soap, soy milk, and a calendar for the spud for her to put all her school stuff on. A girl does not need books, and it does require going past the bookstore and the library in order to get to the grocery store. So normally I would just pop in and have a browse just to visit the books, but I'm not even going to allow myself to do that because I'm not going to lie to myself anymore. Okay? There are too many books in this house, and I need to read them, and I need to not buy anymore. Bread, soap, corn slices, a calendar, soy milk. Look how lush. Oh, look at January. Mila Moo. Oh. Nope. Didn't get bread. I realize that now. Like, they didn't have it at my Sainsbury's that I normally go to where I got the other stuff. And then I went on this quest for a calendar. Like, nobody has any calendars left, despite the fact that it's January. Like, they had plenty of Easter stuff and stuff for St. David's Day in March. You know, no calendars. Anyway, I did find, however, this like tea section, like a loose leaf section of tea, at the Ripple place I normally go to fill up my soap and stuff like that. It's like a sort of like refill, no waste place. And Sarah at Your True Shelf was on about this recently, about like this new loose leaf tea place by her, where she was able to sort of like get all this really nice tea, and then also these like reusable tea bags things that she can use. And I saw that my store actually has all that stuff, so I should definitely check that out when I have more time. Another thing I didn't get, books. Are you proud of me? I even had to go to the Greyhound Rescue shop to get the calendar, and they have books there, and I still didn't even look at them. I deserve a nap. Okay, so I've been reading a bit more on my book. I'm chucking away at it. I think either potentially I've hit a bit of a rough patch, or maybe, and I hate to think this, maybe cozy whodunits aren't really for me. Like, I don't want to be a person that's like not into this, but I do have a problem with there being too many characters and things going a bit slow, you know, which are sort of, I don't know, characteristics of a cozy whodunit. So I'm just taking some time out, light time out, you know, like I'm gonna get back to it, because what if it gets way better after this tiny patch, you know, and then I would miss out if I stopped. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep going with it. However, I needed to take like a bit of a break, like a recharge. And I've delved into the horror graphic novels from the library that I have in my house, which I feel bad that they've been in my house so long. Like, what if people desperately want to read these? Like, I've been sitting on them for ages. So I've delved into this one, and it was fucking terrifying. I loved it. It was terrifying as shit. I had to leave the dark room I was reading this in and come into the light because it was creeping me out, right? So it's a bunch of like short stories, like short ghost stories written by Emily Carroll and then illustrated, and they are so creepy, yo. Like, let me find this bit. Wait. Okay. Like, I don't even know if this is particularly creepy for anyone, but this is what made me have to leave the room next door that was like all dark and everything. Like, I don't know why, this just creeped me the fuck out. I fully enjoyed this. 5 stars.
I was there once spelunking with some Norwegian wrestlers. We can just pop down there and get a new one. If it were but...
Okay. These chairs like this. Hopefully the blanket will reach across all the way. We finally found a use for Daddy's dusty old books.
He doesn't use anymore.
Nah. Ah.
Come there. Look how light it is.
Well, it's pretty dark, isn't it?
Whoa.
Drac, the sun won't fry you now. You're human, remember? It's totally safe.
I've just come down for breakfast and I found this thing that Anwen made at school yesterday for Hein Galen, which is like old New Year. So you know, like when everyone changed from like the Julian to the Gregorian calendars, or like the other way around. I don't even know which one we use. Is it the Gregorian one? Anyway, in like the 18th century when they switched calendars and the 1st of the month became like the 15th of the month or the 14th of the month or whatever, they still celebrate Old New Year by sticking weird shit in apples. Like, is this some fucking pagan scary shit or what? Like, what is this? You know? What the fuck is this? Hank, Hank, are you coached up like a baby? Are you coached up in Betty's like a baby?
He's looking his top. How did he get up there?
Where's a cat? He can get anywhere. At the minute, we're gonna do snail mail. We're gonna send Betsy a postcard, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first we have to pick one out. Do we want animals and plants? Ones with like kids on? Or we have all these ones, which are like landscapes and stuff. But she lives near Seattle, so we probably don't want to send her a Seattle one.
Money.
Old Queens.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a squirrel on its toe. If he squeals, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mouth.
Ta-da! It's alright to go out.
Yeah.
Okay, update. I've been assured by my Welsh friends that this item is perfectly normal for Hen Galan, and is not actually an item that will possess members of my family for sacrificial purposes. I have indeed been reading too much folk horror and need to get a grip, so that's, you know, comforting. Okay, so I'm about halfway through my book, and I just saw the next page, so I'm stopping here, I gotta go to the store. And I'm seeing the beginning of the next page. Look, Cardiff gets a look in. Cydellin Park in Cardiff, backing onto the railway line that ran from Whitchurch to Robina. Haha, cute. OMG, how old is this Monopoly? Oh my god, it's a fucking Furby. Are you kidding me? Does anyone remember these? These were like the it item when I was like 11. Lol. Okay, for the graphic novel prompt for this readathon, I was going to read Dead India, and I'm excited about Dead India. I will read that still, eventually. But I think for right now, my priorities have to be the graphic novels I got from the library ages ago that I've been sitting on. So I read one of them this week. I'm going to read this other one called Delphine by Richard Sala, and then I'm going to use that as the prompt, I think. Call it good. Well, this was terrifying. Like, it's about this guy who goes looking for this girl from, like, college in her hometown. Like, she went home, and he lost touch with her, and he found her. And he found her, like, a village online, and he went to go see her. And it's nuts, the village. Like, everyone there is, like, super creepy. And like witches and stuff like that, like a bit sort of folk horror-y and stuff. And he just basically loses his mind there. Really good though, mind. Like, you know, terrifying, but good. I enjoyed it. Spud, Daddy built you a masterpiece. Complete with volcano. Okay, today's post-yoga energy drive has allowed me to take all the Christmas decorations off the tree, but now he just looks a bit like naked and sad.
How's that new friend? That's that new friend. We have to play with someone else every time. After we have.
Y'all, I've annihilated my book. I finished it. Like, I don't know how I felt about it, to be honest. Like, loads of things didn't quite make sense. Like, I liked the idea of it being like someone who was murdered because of a murder mystery, you know. So there was the murder mystery book, and then the actual mystery of the person, you know, like the people who are reading the book, and you get both. Like, I liked the sort of book within a book, like, layered thing. But in the end, I'd say it was just sort of like a normal sort of whodunit. Like, not, like, I mean, it was clever, but I don't know, nothing particularly stood out in terms of murder mysteries. And I think probably, like, cozy, like, whodunits aren't really for me, like, you know, like I said. So, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Like, I don't think it was bad. I enjoyed it, do you know what I mean? But I think that there are several other books that I would generally choose instead. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, it's hard to sort of like pick it apart. Okay, so that knocks my number down of unread books in my house. I'm gonna put it on my stack to get rid of. I can't remember what my number is. It's in the 170s, but, you know, it knocks down by 1. Also, I have now completed the readathon. What? I fucking did it. And it's only like, what's the fucking day? Is it the 20th? No, it's the 14th. Is it the 15th?
I don't know.
It's the 16th. I think it's the 16th. I don't know what fucking day it is. I don't know what day it is. Anyway, you know, way early. I finished it. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with my January. This was sort of it. You know, like all of my reading plans, all of my plans in general. This was sort of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do now. Maybe I'll start Parable of the Sower for the 90s book club. Get a jump on that. Or potentially just read graphic novels in my house. That's what I did last January. You know, just to stave off January-ness. And it worked. It was delightful. So I might actually just do that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know how you're doing with your readathon. What are you reading now? You know, are you stuck on anything? And if you're not doing the readathon, it's cool. It's cool. I don't blame you. What are you doing? You know, how have you been dealing with your January? You know, let me know. Let me know. And I will be back maybe next week anyway, even though I don't have any readathon stuff to say. Like, I got a couple tags I gotta do, you know, which I'm down for. So I'll see you next week anyway.